Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 14th of August. So let's have a look through these markets. In fact, just before we do that, news-wise today we have just retail sales out later at 1:30. Core retail sales out in the US, and that's the main driver for today. We've already had the Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Lowe speaking, who was suggesting the Aussie dollar may be a little bit overbought, but quite happy where it is at the moment, allegedly. So there we are. They're just putting the feelers out there to say they don't mind if the Aussie drops in value. Right. Let's just have a look at the markets then, technically. Actually, before I do that, well, as I'm doing that with the Aussie dollar here, we have quite some significant option expiries. It's really hitting the option market lately, and it's really stifling market moves during the day here. We've got as we look at this market, double topped earlier in the week. Last week. Yeah, I'll get my weeks in. This is the current week. Hasn't managed to get up to back to those levels, but options probably haven't helped the situation. Earlier in the week we had a 3 billion sitting around about the 118 area, and it just really stopped the price running through it at the time. It ran through later, but has stalled it a little bit. Today, I don't know, because the chap that put the data up hasn't put whether they're calls or puts, but there are, I should say, around about 3 billion within, well, between 1800 and 1850 here. So there's potentially they could if they're calls, they could affect the market here. We could see the euro held down today, so it's just checking that to see what's happening. So that's what I'm looking at there at the moment. Could be held down to about 3ish, then all things could break loose, but for now they're the expiries due today. When we're looking technically down at the 60-minute picture here, well, price has already been battened down a little bit. It's having a decent run for most of yesterday. Never got into a position personally. It finally rolled over at 4 o'clock there. We'll see how these options are defended today. It may just mean for a choppy old day. If we break through, I mean, there's sort of a bullish cross here, the 50 crossing the 200, it's golden cross. A lot of people's cases, and they may expect to see it pushing up, but I do wonder with the options up there whether they'll be defended and price will be effectively held into a tight range, or maybe even see a bit of a breakdown below that 1800 area. Okay, so that's where we're sitting at the moment, with the potential. Now, what would get me short on here? Well, I think really a break of the 50, but I can't really get too excited about longs at this stage either. The pound again, real consolidation. Been mentioning this most of the week. It's continued to consolidate. Okay, there's a bit of a range to be had amongst it all. There's nothing in the option world on the pound that should cause any significant problems here, but it does look softish. It's the same sort of picture really to the euro, and again, maybe if we start seeing it break down this morning post 8 o'clock, and maybe opportunities to see if it runs down towards its S1 and the prior lows, but yesterday just rallied most of the morning, again 4 o'clock rollover. Dollar yen remains soft against the dollar remaining strong against the yen effectively here. Maybe there's more potential for another kick out, a bit of divergence kicking across the 4-hourly picture here. You see it easier on the RSI there, so a bit of divergence running across the highs there that might just see a bit of strength in the yen, but I've not been massively convinced with it yet. 60-minute point of view, well, it has just closed. The previous bar had closed just below the line there, it looks, and this has been quite key. This 60-50, it's been holding around. Maybe it'll still hold around at the end of this bar, and that will hold it. I'm just looking at dollar yen option wise. It's not 106. That may be protected down the lows there, so if it did start, it's miles away. They'll probably expire out the way, so there's nothing ready to stop this and get in the way of the yen. Okay, that's the yen. Aussie dollar, after all that Reserve Bank of Australia speech. Nothing. Price just stays pretty rangy. It's again a bit like the pound. It's just been ranging along here. Quite summary price action, I guess. Maybe it looks like it could roll over here back towards the prior lows there, maybe the S1, but nothing looks too convincing in this market. When you look at it, it's got lower highs, lower lows come through, but then we've pitched up and broken the prior high there just to mess things up somewhat. So not convincing. Canadian dollar, a couple of days ago it run pretty well. Yesterday it continued its run south there on maybe stronger oil price outlook. Consolidated where price is sitting here at the moment, and well, a bit of a ugly old picture on the 60-minute is much the same as, to be fair, most of yesterday, and then again it actually, as I say, benefited later in the day there. Okay, so that's the main markets there. Let's just have a quick look at oil. So again, consolidation sitting across here mostly. Yesterday just pretty sideward price action, and well, we're seeing the same at the moment, so nothing much to report there. S&P, so if you look at the equity markets, what we've got going here, still well slow, just tightening up maybe around these highs here, maybe for another explosive move, but get the feeling it's just going to continue in quite a tight old range for now at least. Okay, so nothing there. Gold, if you're looking at gold, finally get the gold price in. So gold's creeping up gradually, high lows, high highs on this 60-minute time frame. You can't really see too much. Yesterday it put that sort of almost bullish pivot swing pattern in, if that was yesterday's. Is that right? Yep. Don't know if I missed a day out on that data. High lows, high highs just slowly in here, but at any stage to me it looks like oops, just bring it back to the 4-hourly there. It could roll. We could see a rollover. There's a trend line that should be drawn between these two more recent lows. Maybe a break of that could see it running back towards its weekly S2. But yeah, choppy. Right, that's pretty much it for me. I will hope you have a great day. Bye for now.